I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Who do you think they were?
I don't know what you heard, but when they turned up, they found that dead fella and recognized him as one of theirs. So, they must be with that brute who caught up with you here yesterday. Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Kobyla, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trusky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord von Berghoff. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond, and you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them.
Sure. No need for thanks. What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds, and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy, but we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
All right, I'll try. But I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it. Everything's prepared. There's an alchemy bench in the alcove. Go to it and we'll get started. First, go to the recipe book. Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start. You must have read it by now, surely. All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe. So, what did you pour in there?
Spirits.
Liquor doesn't belong there. Are you pouring it into yourself as well? It was supposed to be wine. Well, start again. What's taking you so long, lad? You've got the pictures there on the shelf on the left. Just pick the right one. So, what did you pour in there?
Don't worry, I poured wine in there. I don't make the same mistake twice.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit. Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. It's boiling. To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flame. Try it. Move the cauldron up. Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand. All right. Let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron. Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames. All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron. Have you ground it? Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a phial and pour it in. Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
Here it is.
Ooh, by the smell of it, it's a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
Well, if you feel up to it, I'd be right grateful to you if you was to rid me of that damn corpse what's lying there the whole time.
Sure. I'll do the best I can.
When you're done with that, go get some sleep. You won't miss anything, and you need the rest after everything that happened. You'll sleep better after, and that'll give you strength. There's not much more I can do now. It's up to you and the Almighty.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had it like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine. And I plan to take everything.
Rot in hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
Strongly dog fucks the bitches. And war is a nasty business.
Damn war.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise. Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Wow, that was crazy.
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend, that...
Hey, Stephanie, alright?
Hans,
Nice to see you.
he's alive. How is he?
Have no fear.
Time here.
He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen
Ma
you.
knows what she's
So,
doing.
thank you
And
very
that's the
much for
truth.
coming
I
and
reckon she
speaking
could
and
bring the
saying
dead
hello.
back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows. And it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Got it.
I feel like I got thrown by a horse, then stampeded by a herd of cattle.
Is it really that bad?
This game is such a W. You will love this.
More or less. Although
Yeah,
the
I'm
fact
just
that
trying
I'm
to get
hurt
his
all
wood to be
over.
fair,
The
so...
only spoiler I give you.
So I reckon it's all
Haha.
truth. Considering.
That's surely the healthy way of looking
Yeah, no
at
worries.
it. But I heard
So,
you yelling in your sleep.
I don't mind
Went
spoilers,
check
to be
on you.
honest.
Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan
Suppose
Toth,
this game you
a
can
villainous,
choose your own
murderous
direction of
horse
playing
who
it,
stole
so...
my sword.
The choices that you
The
make.
last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my
Possible
parents.
anyway.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
see the options there, so let's just move the camera. No, it's not about that.
Pa, without a doubt.
Me.
I hope his soul and Ma's find peace.
Dreaming of a dead parent is confusing. It could mean you cling too much to the past, and you ought to find a new path. But I think it's a good thing he's more important to you than that.
I'm happy that gaming is still alive. I'm a very young guy, but I'm very happy to see experienced people who skill play games. You have my respect.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been playing for games for years, to be honest. So, like 1980s.
Thanks, Pavlina. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's,
1980s and the Sega
There's a lot to
Master
think
System
about.
for me.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my
Maybe earlier
reading.
than that.
The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
Definitely earlier than that.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be
Sorry.
on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once.
So I remember
Right
the
now,
first one, that
what I
first
need
gaming
is a little
system I had, the
sunshine.
Atari.
On PlayStation 5, right?
That's the
Yeah,
best
yeah,
remedy for
absolutely.
many ailments. And a full
Four
stomach
games,
will help too.
PlayStation 5.
Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
I really need to eat something.
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us! Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad
I'm thinking to buy a console
Come
same.
join our
What
back
do you
crazy
think
in
would
the
be more
midst of
value,
this
a PlayStation or Xbox?
I'm glad to see
Long-term
you too.
view.
I see you're in a
Xbox for
surprisingly
the
good mood for
for
someone
the
who was at death's door
Xbox
yesterday.
Pass.
all the more cause for merrymaking!
Simply because they
Even
get
this
games
water now
released
tastes
on
like the
day one
finest wine!
on the
Of
Xbox
course,
Pass,
I did bring it all the way
PlayStation
from the
Plus.
spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm
All right,
grateful
no
to
bother.
you too, Henry.
Yeah, so as I
You'll
was
have told
saying,
me what happened
PlayStation
here
Plus you don't,
yesterday.
and normally the games are
That's the
pretty crap on
third time
PlayStation
you've
Plus.
saved my life. I suppose I'll have to
Get off. What's happening here?
give you some
For the PlayStation
estate or
itself,
something.
The third
the,
time?
well,
What
the
in God's
system
name happened
itself,
the first
definitely.
two times?
Now, Henry, don't make her
But if
beg.
it's games that you're
Tell
after
this
and you're
good
not
maiden
bothered
of
about how
your
to play,
heroic deeds.
then Xbox. But then again, all the Xbox games are being released on PlayStation anyway.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a bull.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
We were on the way to Drosky, and then we got
Anyway, with a bit of
sidelined.
luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why, Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, audentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
Ah, it's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanosh as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
Ah, but you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Hans was badly wounded during a night raid on Talmberg Castle, and I had to carry him out of the battle on my back, so he wouldn't fall into enemy hands.
Gracious! Raiding a castle? That must be pretty wild, eh?
Indeed it was! Arrows raining down, outnumbered by hordes of foes mercilessly charging at us from all sides. I'm truly indebted to Henry for getting me out of that fix.
But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falcon and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for, but I groped around and found a pail, whacked him with it with the last of my strength, and luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things, but I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Geleoth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bajena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our
It's some
business
ways.
from Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that spade. We can't manage without it.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bajena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you... Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I'd known oaths since childhood. Damn it.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
You don't believe me?
It's not that I don't believe you. It just doesn't make any sense that he'd be here.
No, I'm not. I'd never mistake him for anyone else.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense.
That was a stupid
Toth
answer,
is in
John.
Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies, so Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes, we'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. You're still my protector, though, so you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
Thanks. I hope I won't need it.
Well, as do I. But better to have it than nothing. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Right, I'll be back in a minute. Start the fucking game, man. Jesus.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! You know who I am?
No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai!
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and it's sealed.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching, in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me!
Look, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
Covered in shit.
There's only one thing we can do.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan on how to get out of this shit. Huh?
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Bajenas. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food! About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
What is it? That's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for.
Like bear that witch. Wench!
Oh, I tell you. What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Aye, health, lads. That's the most important thing.
Oh?
Enjoy your...
What was that?
Daddy's wounded.
Oh, man. Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ!
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
What did I do to you?
Aha. So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right.
I'll give it a try. But not right now. My belly would get in the way. Better to have a drink.
Careful! I've got other things to do.
Tastes good today. Nicely settled. Cold. Straight from the cellar. She wants only the cream of society. Even Lord von Berghoff.
Don't you know what they say about them?
Same as they say about Millers. Or walking down by the pond. I heard. There's danger everywhere.
Leave it out. Once you got through the first one, you knock it back.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
I'm no latrine cleaner.
Oh, sorry. It's just that you smell like one. And where am I supposed to know you from?
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us, too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Please, I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the King's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you worked your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
From far away.
I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Sameen is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovit's bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathhouse wench.
Will Lord von Burgolf be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samine is his vassal.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samine, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Who is this Semine?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samine. The fort and the village belong to him. Old Jan Samine is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda, and it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Is that all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a guest and having someone serve me for a change.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here, and that's a big problem.
Where can I find work here?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Troskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you, so you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the tavern. You can't miss it.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Here it comes.
Where is...
What are you standing here for?
I'm waiting. I'm paid to transport loads, not to haul them on my back. The cart won't unload itself, will it?
Ah, that's a stroke of luck. I'm just looking for a job myself. How about I haul those sacks?
It's all the same to me. Go and talk to the innkeeper about it.
I was wondering if you'd lend me your bull.
Look out!
Oh, I feel a bit sick.
Easy does it. Deep breaths. We'll talk about it.
God be with you.
And with you. Did you hear about what happened at the... What did I do to you?
What's the hold up? Supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain?
First, I should settle the unfortunate business of our bill.
Good health, my friend.
How's it going?
My wife and I are picking cabbage. Loads of it. Yeah?
If you ain't here to carry, clear off.
What do you mean? Steal.
Greetings. Are you the bailiff, son?
Hi, that's me. Who are you?
We're messengers from Ratai. We were going to see Lord von Bergov, but we were ambushed.
You and that other dung heap on legs?
I swear it's true.
Look, I'm too old for fairy tales. I'll probably forget after a few tankards anyway. What do you want? You don't think you're gonna wangle some coin out of me, do you?
No. I'll just have a couple of questions.
Ask away. I have plenty of time.
I heard your sister's getting married.
Indeed she is. It's going to be a grand affair. There are even guests coming from Gutenberg. Even Lord von Bergov is coming. That's how important my family is.
Look, I need to pass on an important message to von Bergov. But I can't get into the castle because of what happened to us. Do you think you could...
Invite you? Not a chance. I don't know you from Adam.
It would only be for a while.
Look, loads of lackeys like you will be needed at the wedding. Try asking for a job. I'm not saying you're sure to get to von Bergov that way, but you can try.
You must know young Lord Semi, don't you?
Aye, he's a close friend. Although he's been acting a bit odd recently.
Odd? Odd how?
He spends more time in the woods than at home. Always riding off somewhere and doesn't want to talk about it. Maybe he'll be his old self after the wedding.
I'd like to ask about the wedding again.
No, I'm not inviting you. Forget it.
What's going on here in the region apart from that?
Apart from the bandits? Nothing much. Life's peaceful enough. The war has steered clear of us, thankfully. Lord von Bergov is respected throughout the kingdom. But high politics is nothing for me. I don't stick my nose into it.
Thanks. I have to be off.
Wait a moment. Since you're here, do you play dice? It occurred to me we could roll a few. What do you say?
I've got nothing to wager.
That's a shame. It's no fun if there's nothing at stake. You know what? If you beat me, we'll work something out with the wedding.
You'd invite us, you mean?
You'd have to beat me first. And that's not going to happen.
We'll see about that. Let's play.
You really are desperate to get to the wedding, huh?
Come on then, show us what you can do, unless you're playing for the first time.
Christ, what's the hold up? Just... Innkeeper, a beer!
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know.
So, I went to see my brother. And, to top it off, go with Yachim.
Have you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything.
I've got her. Yachim!
Yeah. Went home already.
Yachim!
I told you, he's gone.
Yachim!
Stop shouting and have a drink.
Yeah? All right.
Give it here.
Finished. Your turn. Bring me something to eat. Do you need a bit more time? These ones here. Great!
That was a pretty poor show, fella.
What can you do? Dice is mainly about luck.
Bollocks it is. You need to use your head. Oh well. Maybe we'll have a rematch someday. When you get a hold of some groschen.
What about a rematch right now? With the same wager?
No chance. The offer doesn't stand anymore. You'll have to find a different way to get to the wedding.
Damn.